On a Thanksgiving table, it can be tough to find vegan options, and store-bought items don't always cut it. Our next guest is bringing us a delicious recipe that is not lacking in flavor or sugar. Please welcome Amy Webster, Culinary Program Manager with Pasado Safe Haven and author of The Sanctuary Chef. Thank you for being here again, my friend.
Thank you, Kelly. It's great to be here.
What are we making?
Well, this is an apple pecan cobbler. And it's so good, and it's surprisingly easy to make.
I hope so.
Yes.
You know I'm not great in the kitchen, so.
Well, this is going to be really easy. You're going to love this one.
How do we get going?
Okay, well, we're going to make the batter first, and we're going to also make a topping. So for the batter, we're just going to start with some flour. This is some pretty basic stuff here. A lot of this stuff is just naturally vegan, right? Okay, some sugar. If you use organic sugar, it's often vegan sugar. You can look for that in the label. Some brown sugar. So far, these are things you normally have in your house, right? Some salt and baking powder.
Okay.
Right? And that's going to help just kind of get that rise that we want, but at the same time, we can make our topping. So let's start with some brown sugar for the topping.
So this is going in my bowl.
Yes, your bowl. If you want to do the topping.
I'm happy to.
Some oats.
Ooh.
Kind of gives it that nice texture. Yes, I'm just going to kind of make
that
the
is
batter.
like what a crumble, you know, you just remember the oats and that nice texture.
And if you don't like oats, you can always leave those out too. Some pecans, and you don't have to use all of it. I like to use a little extra, just because I like it to be
Do you just
crispy.
like have these, or what do you like?
I just kind of chop them up.
Chop?
Yeah, I roughly chop them. Okay. Yes, easy. That's the fun
I'm putting
stuff.
a little extra in that too, because
you take your aggression out.
Yeah, good point.
And then some cinnamon, because we definitely need cinnamon as the topping on this. And then we definitely want some light oil. So I use melted coconut oil, or that's grapeseed oil, and that will give it, make sure it doesn't burn in the oven. And it's really kind of holds it all together. So once
grapeseed oil too.
Yes.
Is that usually your favorite oil to use?
Well, it's easier. I do like it because you want a neutral flavor. You don't want anything that's going to be too heavy. You don't want olive oil or something that you can taste. While you're doing this, I should mention, you preheat your oven. And for the butter, we're going to use plant-based butter, which is in almost every grocery store now. Some plant-based butter into your casserole dish, and then let it melt in there while you're preheating your oven.
And what are you preheating your oven to?
To 350.
350.
Yes, very, very easy, basic. Okay, so you can see that I've got my dry stuff mixed here. I'm going to add some almond milk, and this is our batter. And once we've got this in, then it's time to go. This is really going to be the batter that's going to make the cobbler.
Whisking it? Okay.
Yes. So then once we have this done, we're going to pour this all into our casserole dish, which has been melted. The butter's melted in the preheated oven, so it's kind of fun.
And that's just pour and forget about, almost like dump and bake?
Yes, so easy. So you can see how like the butter kind of comes up on the sides?
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of gives it a nice crispy edge, which is nice. So.
And vegan food can sometimes get a bad rap.
Oh, it does.
Right?
Yes,
that it's
I know.
kind of flavorless. So what do you say to people that are saying, I don't know, it's just not as flavorful?
Well, I will say that what you do is you maybe sometimes don't tell them until after they eat it, because it is so good, and it is not about, if it's animal-based or plant-based, it's really about how good it is, right? So I just give my food just as much love, flavor, attention, right? So we're gonna keep this until after we put our apples in. So now the apples, and by the way, I did kind of just put a little bit of lemon juice with these apples. Let's spread
And what does the lemon juice do? Does that make it so they don't brown?
Yeah.
Is that the trick?
Yes, and I love the flavor too. It kind of gives it a little bit of zing. But I often will use a little too many apples too, but whatever fruit you want, this works really well with any fruit. So I'm
like a berry cobbler. Okay.
Yeah, in the summertime I do a lot of blueberry, raspberry cobbler is so good. Peach cobbler.
Oh,
it's such a nice southern.
That sounds so good.
Okay, see how nice that is? See
and
how
then
easy
does
that
the
was?
crumble go on?
Yes.
Do I do the honors?
Yeah, do you want to help?
Okay.
So I just love to add that, because then that's really where you get that extra flavor and, of course, that texture.
Yes.
A little bit of crunch.
How long does something like this bake, and then what are you topping it off with at the end?
Well, I'm going to bake it around an hour in the oven, and let it kind of get crispy and brown on the edges. Those apples cook up nicely in there. And then, you've got this cobbler that works really well, and it complements any meal, for any holiday you're celebrating. I think it's a really, really great staple. And again, you can use different fruits too. But it wouldn't be complete without some sort of topping, right?
I agree. This is the finished product.
Yes.
It's looking amazing. And you
Yes.
have one for me to try too.
I do, yes.
With the topping on it.
Yes.
So what do you top with?
Well,
while I
I'm
try
using
this?
a whip topping that is made with coconut. So this is a coconut cream whip topping. A lot of stores now have their own store brand version of this. So yeah, what do you think?
That's to die for. I would
Really?
never know that was vegan.
Yeah, thank you.
Would
See,
never
and there's
know.
no egg in this anyway, so you're not replacing egg. You are
Whoa.
replacing the butter and you're replacing the milk. And those are so easy to replace. I mean, eggs are easy to replace nowadays too.
And
But
this dairy-free coconut,
Yeah.
like whip, what?
it's still vanilla flavored. It's creamy. It's exactly what you want. It's just made with a plant base instead of an animal product base. So it's really
Yeah.
great, right?
Tell everyone
Yeah.
about the mission too at Pasado, and
Yeah.
you also have a cookbook, I
Yes,
understand.
we do. Yes, at Pasado Safe Haven, we're working really hard to end animal cruelty, and that is really across the board for all animals. So we've got lots of animals who are up for adoption at the sanctuary, but our programs go beyond the sanctuary work. So we have spay and neuter services, we have vaccine clinics around the state. Yes, it's really incredible. But we also have an investigations a department that works on, with cruelty issues, and that's oftentimes how we get the animals at the sanctuary. They come from pretty bad places. Our medical team works with them to, get them healthy, but then also adoptable, bring them, kind of socialize them and bring them out. So yeah, our adoptions coordinator, Amanda, is very, very busy. She does all of our adoptions, and we have pigs and chickens and cows who are up for adoption, along with our dogs and cats as well. Yes, and we have a pretty robust, education department. We go into schools and talk about animals and things that we can do to help animals. And it sometimes is so basic as just choosing a different way of eating. Once in a while, if we eat more plants and less animal products, we're doing a lot for the animals. Even small changes like that can really make a big impact.
And you brought so many different items. Are some of these in the cookbook? What can you tell
Well,
us?
I will say, so the apple cobbler is in the cookbook.
Okay.
Yes, and the cookbook has 36 recipes that are all plant-based. They're all mine, and they're really, really good. I have to say that.
I believe you.
But it's really easy now to have a big spread like this. So all of this is vegan, and it's, like you said, sometimes it can be challenging.
Right.
I will say I think it's the people that are the most challenging, not finding food, not now anymore. See, most of this is from Veggie Grill. They're doing a big feast, but I did bring along tofurkey, which is like an old school kind of roast.
Yeah.
Gets a lot of people make fun of this because it's made
Don't knock it till you try it, I
plants.
guess.
Yes, and it's one of my favorites, but very high in protein, so you're gonna get all that. You're gonna get that flavor. The gravies are so good. I make a big feast for my friends at Thanksgiving and have a lot of fun with it.
Well, we have so much fun with you. Thank you so much for being here. This was so good. I can't get over it.